Fellow Cameroonians, I am Barrister Akere, and I have an important matter to discuss with you regarding a company called Glencore. Glencore is a giant in the world of commodity trading, specifically in the buying and selling of oil on the international market. Glencore has been in the business of buying oil from Cameroon for well over 15 years. In 2022, they were caught in a massive corruption scandal. The US Department of Justice and the Serious Fraud Office of the UK uncovered a major corruption racket masterminded by Glencore. These guys were greasing the palms of many government officials across the globe to get sweet deals. In Africa alone, they confessed to bribing in countries like South Sudan, Ivory Coast, Equatorial Guinea, DR Congo, Nigeria, and of course Cameroon. Now, hold your hearts because it gets even juicier. Glencore admitted using a mind boggling 8 billion franc CFA to bribe high ranking officials in Cameroon's Sonara and SNH, all in a bid to secure favorable oil conditions. But wait, it gets worse. After their wrongdoings were exposed, they had to pay hefty fines to the United States, that's about 1.4 billion US dollars, and the United Kingdom, that's about over 360 million pounds. The US Attorney General even called this one of the biggest corruption cases ever. A UK judge called out Glencore for having a culture of corruption. Now, here's where things take an interesting turn. Being the concerned citizen and the lawyer I am, I gathered all key documents related to this case and promptly sent them off to CONAC, the National Anti-Corruption Commission. But can you believe it? They haven't even bothered to call me in for a meeting. And these people are supposed to be our champions in the fight against corruption. So what did I do next? I filed a complaint in April 2022 with the courts and made sure to send the complete files to the Ministry of Finance and the Directorate of Custom and Taxes. The Yaoundé High Court's prosecutor has forwarded my complaint to the Judicial Police for investigation. And guess what? The Ministry of Finance and other competent bodies decided to join in on the investigation too, because Glencore's shady money came into Cameroon through three sneaky ways. First, Glencore hired a plane and smuggled the cash through Nigeria to bribe SNH and Sonara. No declarations, nothing. That is customs fraud and money laundering right there. Second, they manipulated the price of goods and services they purchased in Cameroon, artificially inflating expenses and pocketing the difference. That money was used for bribes. That is tax fraud. Third, they had a cash counter going on in Geneva, which they used to pay bribes. It is mind blowing that these certified fraudsters are still operating in Cameroon, shamelessly trading in our oil. They have the audacity to keep the names of the higher ranking officials they bribe under wraps, despite confessing in not one but two courts. All this money, all these natural resources, they belong to the people of Cameroon. You and I. That's why I've made it my mission to spread awareness about this story. I urge each and every one of you to share this information with every Cameroonian and anyone you can reach. Together, we can ensure that these criminals face justice. These corrupt individuals, accomplices of Glencore, do not care about our country. While we are suffering from poor infrastructure, inadequate health care, they are sitting pretty, protected by their partner in crime, Glencore. Can you believe they even managed to get oil at a whopping 30% below market prices? It is outrageous. We have recently discovered that oil might even have been sold to some other company for as low as 70% below the world price. Anyway, but we must remain hopeful, my fellow citizens. We must demand that our government investigates and explains how our precious oil and other natural resources are being sold. We need transparency. We need justice. It's the only way our country can move forward and progress. So thank you all for your attention and let's unite in this fight against corruption for a better Cameroon. Together, we can make a difference.